We begin by exposing a hard truth. Most people are not living by science, they are living by inherited beliefs. What our grandparents said became rules, not questions. This section emotionally connects with the audience by showing how tradition shaped our eating, sleeping, and healing habits, often without evidence. Key message: respect elders, but question habits. The psychology behind blindly following tradition. Human beings don't follow traditions because they are always right. They follow them because the brain is designed to seek safety, not truth. From childhood, our mind learns one powerful rule. If elders said it, it must be correct. This belief becomes emotional, not logical. Tradition enters our life before logic develops. By the time we start thinking critically, the habit is already rooted deep in our nervous system. Emotional security over scientific proof. Old health advice feels safe because it is familiar. Your brain associates it with home, family, childhood, care, and protection. So when someone questions that advice, your brain doesn't hear logic, it hears threat. That's why people get defensive and say, "Our elders lived long lives. Who are you to question them?" The brain prefers emotional comfort over uncomfortable truth. Fear of social rejection. Humans are social beings. Blindly following tradition is often driven by one hidden fear. What will people say? Questioning old habits can mean being called disrespectful, being labeled modern or arrogant, going against family norms. So people choose acceptance over accuracy. Even if a habit is damaging their liver, heart, or sleep, they continue because social approval feels safer than health change. Authority bias, elders always right. Psychology calls this authority bias. When advice comes from parents, grandparents, religious or cultural leaders, the brain automatically switches off critical thinking. People assume they are older, so they must know better. But age brings experience, not necessarily scientific understanding. A powerful line for your audience: experience without updated knowledge can still be wrong. Tradition becomes identity. For many people, tradition is not a habit, it becomes identity. Food, sleep, routines, and remedies become part of who we are, where we come from, our culture. So when you challenge the habit, people feel like you are attacking their identity, not their health. That's why logic alone cannot change them. The brain hates change. Change requires mental energy, self-discipline, uncertainty. The brain prefers automatic behavior. Traditions are easy because no thinking required, no responsibility taken, no decision-making. Just copy, repeat, justify. But health demands conscious effort, survivorship bias. They lived long, so it works. People often say, "My grandfather ate like this and lived 90 years. What they don't see, the thousands who didn't survive, the different lifestyle back then, the absence of processed food and stress. This is called survivorship bias. Indeed, hakoritsior sense, only noticing the survivors, ignoring the victims. Tradition versus truth, the wake-up call. Tradition should be respected, not worshipped. The real danger is not old advice. The danger is old advice applied to a new lifestyle. What saved life 100 years ago can slowly destroy life today. Closing line for this section. Very powerful. Respect your elders, but don't sacrifice your health to protect a habit. Tradition should guide you, not blind you. Common 100-year-old health beliefs. To understand old health advice, we must first understand the world people lived in 100 years ago. Their bodies were the same as ours, but their environment, food, stress, and daily movement were completely different. Many beliefs were not foolish. They were practical solutions for a hard physical life. Eat heavy food to stay strong. 100 years ago, people worked in fields for 10-12 hours. Daily calorie burn was extremely high. Food was seasonal, fresh, and unprocessed. Heavy meals were fuel, not overload. Today, physical activity is low. Calories are high. Food is processed. The same belief now causes fatty liver, obesity, diabetes. Truth: heavy food without heavy work becomes disease. Sleep immediately after dinner is normal. Earlier times, dinner was early, before sunset. Food was simple and light. People woke up before sunrise. Sleeping after eating didn't harm digestion then. Today, late dinners, high fat and sugar, zero movement. This leads to acid reflux, liver overload, poor sleep quality. Reality: old timing plus new food. Like modern illness. More ghee, butter, and oil means better health. Earlier fats. Pure, homemade, limited quantity, burned by physical labor. Fat was energy, not storage. Today, refined oils, deep-fried food, no physical burn. Result, heart disease, blocked arteries, fatty liver. Lesson, fat is powerful medicine or slow poison depending on lifestyle. Illness is fate, not lifestyle. Earlier beliefs, limited medical knowledge, infections were common, diseases seemed sudden. People blamed fate because cause was invisible. Today, lifestyle diseases are visible. Food, sleep, stress are major factors. Yet people still say, it runs in the family. Truth, genes load the gun. Lifestyle pulls the trigger. Sweating means you are healthy. Earlier times, sweat came from physical work. Detox happened naturally. Body stayed active. Today, sweat often comes from stress, junk food, or obesity. Not all sweating equals health. Modern understanding, movement sweat heals. Stress sweat damages. More eating means more nutrition. Earlier food, nutrient-dense, natural soil minerals, no preservatives. Eating more meant more nutrients. Today, empty calories, low micronutrients, high sugar and salt. Result, overeating plus malnutrition. Reality check, quantity increased, nutrition decreased. Iris means no movement. Earlier rest from heavy labor. Natural walking still continued. Today, rest means sitting. Screens replace movement. This belief now causes joint stiffness, poor circulation, weak metabolism. Modern truth, the body heals in motion, not in stillness. Why these beliefs survived so long? Because they worked once. They were passed emotionally. They were never updated. People forgot to ask, does this still fit today's life? Powerful line for audience impact. Old health advice was not wrong. It just belongs to an old lifestyle. Closing thought for this section. Respect tradition, but update application. Dangerous old advice we still follow today. Some old health advice didn't just become outdated. It became dangerous. Not because it was wrong 100 years ago, but because our lifestyle changed while the advice stayed the same. What once protected life now slowly destroys it. Eat a heavy dinner to sleep well. Earlier, heavy work during the day, early dinner, simple food. Today, late dinner, zero physical activity, high fat and sugar. This advice now causes fatty liver, acid reflux, poor sleep quality, weight gain. Truth, the liver works at night. Heavy dinner forces it into overload. Sleeping after eating is harmless. This belief is silently damaging millions. What happens today? Blood sugar spikes. Digestion slows, liver detox is interrupted. Long-term results, diabetes, fat accumulation in liver, hormonal imbalance. Power line, sleeping after eating is not rest, it's stress for your organs. More oil, butter, and ghee means more strength. Earlier fats were pure, limited, burned through labor. Today, refined oils, fried foods, no calorie burn. Result, blocked arteries. Heart attacks at younger ages, cholesterol imbalance. Modern reality, fat without movement becomes inflammation. Pain is normal with age. This advice makes people ignore warning signs. Pain is not age. Pain is damage or inflammation. Ignoring it leads to arthritis progression, nerve damage, permanent joint issues. Wake-up call, age brings wisdom, not suffering. Illness is God's will, fate. This belief removes responsibility. People ignore diet, sleep, stress, movement, then blame fate. Truth, destiny doesn't eat junk food, people do. Rest means complete inactivity. Earlier rest meant rest from labor, not movement. Today rest means sitting, screens, no circulation. This leads to weak metabolism, poor digestion, muscle loss. Science says gentle movement heals faster than complete rest. Sweating means detox. Not all sweat is detox. Modern sweat often comes from stress, anxiety, overeating. True detox happens through liver, kidneys, gut, reality. Sweat is not detox organs are. If elders did it, it must be safe. This belief stops progress. Elders didn't face processed food, didn't face chronic stress, didn't face sedentary life. Copying habits blindly causes lifestyle diseases. Early aging, reduced lifespan. Strong line, Respect elders, don't repeat their limitations. Why these habits are so dangerous today. Because they damage slowly, show symptoms late, feel normal until disease appears. Disease doesn't knock. It accumulates. Final warning line, high impact. Old advice in a modern body is like using a candle to light a city. Transition to next section. So if some old advice is dangerous, ancient health tips that science still supports. Not all old health advice is wrong. Some of it survived centuries because it works. Ancient wisdom wasn't written in laboratories. It was written through observation, discipline, and survival. Modern science didn't replace this wisdom, it explained it. Early dinner and long night gap. Ancient practice, sunset dinners. Long fasting gap overnight. Science confirms, improves insulin sensitivity, supports liver detox, reduces inflammation. Truth, walking after meals. Ancient habit, short walks after eating, no sitting immediately. Science shows better digestion, lower blood sugar spikes, improved circulation. Line for impact. Movement is digestion's best friend. Seasonal and local eating. Ancient wisdom. Eat what grows nearby, eat according to season. Science supports. Better nutrient absorption, stronger immunity, good microbiome balance. Reality, nature provides what the body needs on time. Earlier meals, few ingredients, no processing, no chemicals. Modern science links ultra-processed food to obesity, fatty liver, heart disease. Lesson, simplicity is medicine. Ancient routine, working outdoors, morning sun exposure, science confirms. Vitamin D production, strong bones, better mood and immunity. Power line. The sun is free medicine when used wisely. Ancient patterns, religious fasts, natural food scarcity. Science proves cellular repair, autophagy, improved metabolism, reduced insulin resistance. Key message, the body repairs when it rests from food. Ancient rhythm, sleep after sunset, wake before sunrise. Science confirms hormonal balance, better brain function, liver and gut repair. Truth, the body follows light, not clocks. Ancient habit, eating without distraction, gratitude before meals. Science shows better digestion, reduced stress hormones, improved gut-brain connection. Reality, how you eat matters as much as what you eat. Ancient life, daily natural movement, no gyms, no sitting all day. Science confirms strong metabolism, healthy joints, better insulin control. Line, the human body was built to move daily. Why these tips still work today? Because they respect body rhythms, reduce overload, support natural repair. They don't fight the body, they work with it. Powerful closing line for this section. Ancient wisdom isn't outdated, it's unfinished. Science completed it. Smooth transition line. So the answer isn't rejecting tradition, it's using it intelligently.